In this video, we're going to talk about the power of breath and the power of breathing. So there are some different ways of breathing or exercises you can do, but I'm going to tell you about two in this video. And what's important about the breath is that you work it, because when we are stressed, one of the things that happens when we get a stressor and we're triggered and the cortisol and the adrenaline start jumping, is that our breath becomes much more shallow. We do not breathe deeply into our belly. We keep our breath in our chest, and sometimes we even start hyperventilating. So this is to get more oxygen to the brain and get this movement. Everything that happens to the body in a stressor is to make it as good as possible at running or fighting. That's the whole point. Everything else is of no importance. Digestion, temperature, all of that shuts down. It's not important. The only important thing is to make sure that you can run or fight. So here also with the breath. So if you're living with a lot of stress in your life, and you probably have lots of accumulated stress lying deep down inside, you will probably be breathing very shallowly in your chest most of the time. And this will also open up for triggers, much more triggers as you are expecting them. Because when we start breathing shallow like that, we're sending a signal to our system saying, oh, danger, 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 danger. So it becomes like a bad spiral that is just going in on itself, if that makes sense. Whatever. So there are a few different. So one breathing exercise is called the box breathing. So it's basically really easy. It's a square box. You breathe in on 4, hold your breath on 4, you breathe out on 4, you hold it for 4, and then you do that again. And when you start doing that, you might have to do the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 a bit quicker, because you cannot breathe that long or hold that long. It's fine. It's fine. You do you. You're going to figure it out. And you will find that with practice, and when you've been doing it for a while, you will very easily get into this deep breathing. So the first step to get connected with your breath is by start looking at how you're breathing at different, just every now and then while you go about your day, go, hang on a minute, where am I breathing? So what we do is put one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. And when you breathe in, you look, where are you breathing? Does your belly move? Does your chest move? Is it maybe just your chest? So the breath you want to do is that you want to breathe in and you want to fill your belly up. So it's from down to up. So you fill your belly up, and then you fill it up and fill it up and fill it up until you filled your chest up as well. I have my microphone here. That's why I'm a bit careful. So this way, you're really filling up your whole system, and you want your belly to protrude against your hand. So when you're filling it with air, it's a balloon. It's going to protrude a bit. And also with your chest, you're going to see it, your chest gets wider, your diaphragm takes more space, your lungs expand, and with that also your rib cage will expand. It's physical. So do that for a few times. Just practice this deep breathing deep inside yourself. And if you're good with visualization, or visualization is something that works for you and is helpful for you, you can visualize how you're breathing into the very bottom of your feet, that you're really filling your entire body with this life-giving air. Give it a color. Maybe you're breathing in golden light or pink light or white crystal light or whatever feels good for you. And as you exhale, you do the opposite way. You start exhaling And then you just, your belly, your chest, everything empties like the balloon. You're just squeezing the balloon. All the air goes out of it. And as you do that, imagine that you're releasing everything you don't need. You're releasing toxins. You're releasing sadness. You're releasing anxiety. You're releasing fear. You're releasing pain. And once you start doing this, and you need to practice this a while, and I think this is something we need to do every day a little bit, it will come very automatically so that when you run into a stressor, instead of going, ha, and hyperventilating and breathing in your chest, you'll go, oh my God, this is not okay. I have to deal with this, right? So you're reprogramming yourself. You're teaching your nervous system another way to react to a stressor, which sort of dilutes it already at the base. And you can put all kinds of visualization with this. I use breathing for everything. I gave birth at home. I breathe through it. I come from the forest. Often I hurt myself. I do horses. I've been falling off horses my entire life. I think I've cracked every bone in my body. And when this happens in the middle of the forest, there's nobody there. You have to get home with that bloody pony. You have to find a way to learn how to deal with stressors, because pain is also a stressor. When you get hurt, that's a stressor. Your entire body goes into stress. So breathing helps with that. It helps with the fear. If you're frightened of something, you have to walk over a scary bridge, perhaps. You're frightened, breathe. Take deep breaths. It will relax the fear, because fear is also a stress. Pain is stress. So the breath is so useful for so many different things, but you need to practice it, because it's not going to happen by itself. When you get stressed, you're going to go into the hyperventilating thing, because that's the most normal thing. That's what everybody does, unless they have learned the breathing exercises and reprogram themselves to use them properly. The second way of breathing is breathing in really deeply, a deep, deep, deep breath in. And when you're breathing out, imagine that you're breathing out through a straw, like really, really slowly. Make it slow and long. This breathing style is absolutely brilliant for anxiety. Just putting it in here, because anxiety is a thing, and anxiety is a really scary thing. Been there. And this breathing is what helps the best, I have found, with anxiety. So you have the box breathing, 4, 4, 4, 4, in on 4, keep it on 4, out on 4, hold it for 4, in on 4, hold for 4, out on 4, hold for 4. And then you can put your hands on your body so you actually feel that you're breathing in properly, and breathe in something positive and breathe out what you don't want anymore. And this will be a game changer. Or if it works better for you, you want to do the long inhalation. Again, breathe in something you like and breathe out something you do not like, but do it really slow, like breathing through a straw. So the oil I have chosen for this exercise is frankincense, because frankincense, it's distilled from the resin of the tree, of the Boswellia tree that lives in the desert. So it's a very, very, very special oil. It's been used in Catholic churches because it deepens the breath and opens up the respiratory system. So it's brilliant for meditation, dropping deeper into yourself. So this is why the Catholic Church, and also it kills airborne bacteria, which helps also again in churches, lots of people being together. But this, that it deepens the breathing, deepens and relaxes the breath, the breathing system, is absolutely gold when it comes to this breath work. Some people like using eucalyptus. I find that it's very stimulating, but also very cleansing. And for some, this cleansing effect is very useful. But I do the frankincense because I find that it also gives this relaxation that is important. So my prompt for you now is experiment with these breathing exercises. Find out, how do you breathe normally, and how is that in comparison to when you do proper breathing techniques. Again, journal, put it in your journal. What did you feel? What did you find out about yourself? What happens in your body when you are breathing properly or deeply? And how easy or hard is it for you to get a grasp of it and get into this breathing and feel comfortable in it? So enjoy your experimentation and remember to journal.